After watching the video, I felt as if Kepler's laws were really important for launching a probe outside of our solar system, because the first law involves the elliptical shape of orbits, and I think it's fair to say that with the laws that we have from Kepler and the math behind it, that another solar system would probably model the same thing. Um, a lot of the orbits would be around a massive object and would have the same elliptical shape. Um, the second law shows that the time periods are equal around the orbits, um, and it goes with uh, the slingshot analogy that they used for the sun, where the planet is moving closer to the sun and it's then moving faster, and if it's further away from the sun, then it's actually moving slower. And this is because of the slingshot. So as the planet's going around the sun, it's going to go faster, which throws it out to the other end. And since there's not the sun over on the other side of the ellipse, it's going to be moving slower to get slowly around the sun again. And then the third law is going along the same lines of the larger the radius between an object and the massive object that it's orbiting around, then the slower it's going to take to revolve around it. So I think that a lot of these are going to be important with figuring out how to launch a probe into another solar system, because we're going to first need to figure out how long it's going to take to orbit the planet that we're sending it out to, and then the distance traveled between us and that other solar system in the first place. So we don't really know how long it's going to take, or it could take a very long time. Um, but with the third law, it would at least help us to know some of the answer to that. But um, I think that if we were to attempt to shoot a probe out into a different solar system, there'd be a lot of consequences that we wouldn't have really thought about. Like, it could get hit or obstructed in some way on the way over there or on the way back. So a lot of the resources could be lost, which would be really unfortunate. But I feel like with the distance that it has to travel, that it's almost pretty likely that we would run into an issue like that unless there was some repellence mechanism that you could use on the probe. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of these laws are going to help to model a different solar system so that we know exactly what we're sending the probe into in the first place. And as long as we have a model for what that solar system is going to look like, then we're going to have a better chance to be able to pull it off. So, yeah.